Hello, Internet. If I stop bumping things and shaking them around. I recently placed an order with Cubicle.us, I think it is. Basically, I got new cubes. And I'm just going to pick the camera up like this. Got new cubes and decided to make a video on it because the cubes are really awesome. And I figured I'd give Phil you a little bit of representation here. He helped me out on Facebook with figuring out what kind of cubes I would need and things like that. Because as I said in a recent video, I was surprised by the number of 3x3s and things that are now available. I'm afraid this is going to fall down. Don't really have a good camera stand here. I was afraid of getting the wrong cube and things like that. So he helped me out and helped me figure out what I was going to need, what was going to set me up and have me doing real well. So I'm going to do like a mini product review and basically talk about what I just got because I'm happy about them. First up is the Waylong Mini. I really should have the boxes here in front of me. Not that they help much because they came, as most Chinese cubes do, in these little cardboard boxy things. Basically, the 3x3, I got a 3x3, a 4x4, and I got this stack mat timer, which I'll talk about here in a second. The 3x3 is a Waylong Mini, which means it's smaller than a regular 3x3. So I'll put this one up for comparison. The size difference is only slightly noticeable. But when you look at it, you notice that there's a size difference. But in your hand, it feels way different. And I really like the feeling. First of all, the corner cutting on this cube is absolutely insane. You can basically do almost, a eighth turn, and it just cuts no problem at all. Like, I can basically go all the way out, to that line, and it's still going to snap in place. It's crazy solving with it because you're doing algorithms and things, and it just flows. I haven't lubed this or anything yet. I actually don't know how to take this thing apart because judging from the box, the mechanism is kind of different on the inside. So I got to do some research into that and see how that actually works. It's not like a regular 3x3 where you just pop out a corner or an edge. This thing I've played with the edges a little bit, but they feel like they're pretty solidly locked in there. So I've avoided doing anything like that. So far, I picked this thing up. I've done like 20, 25 solves with it so far. I have been averaging in like the 17-second range now that I've gotten back into things with this cube, which is my old speed cube. I picked up this thing, and within 3 solves, I got a 12-second solve. I picked it up. I was going to do an unboxing video, didn't have time to, had other things to do. So I finally got back to my room, sat down, and my first 2 solves were 14-second solves. So the cube is fast. It really comes down to me actually remembering what I'm doing now. I really, really like the cube. I love the feel of it. And the fact that it's smaller means I might actually start getting into one-handed more, because I was never really good at one-handed. But just the turns that you can do with this thing, it turns so easily. It's not like this thing where I feel like, for one-handed, I'm constantly repositioning and struggling through things. The only downside that I have with this cube so far is that I'm just not used to the feel of it yet. So I'll be, doing an algorithm, and then suddenly I'll do a weird turn like that by accident. Just because when I cube, my fingers fly everywhere. It's not really pretty. So I gotta get used to the feeling of it, and it really comes down to me having more control and looking ahead more. Basically, moving slower to solve faster, as is typical with speed solving in the Petrus method. The other thing is I love the small size because it makes my look ahead a lot faster. But the small size also makes my look ahead slower at times because when I'm my hands are just, like I said, when I'm solving, I'm real clumsy with it. So my hands are just everywhere, so I'm having a hard time keeping track of what's going on because I'm actually blocking it with my hand and things. Which basically means I just need to start, you know, finessing it a little bit more and not having my hands all over the place. The only other thing, and this is no big deal, this is pretty much with any cube that I get, I really like bright sticker sets. The blue one, this actually isn't as bright as I would like it to be. I have another 3x3 in the room somewhere that I think Eric Johnson sold it to me a couple years ago, and it had actually bright blue on it, and that was like my favorite colored cube. The dark lines between the stickers are really awesome. I feel like that allows my recognition to be faster. I just want brighter stickers on it. You know, you can see that they're two different shades of green, or you should be able to see that. So I need to get bright stickers on it, so I gotta go do some research and see if CubeSmith will have stickers for that or something like that. I really like CubeSmith, mostly just because their logo is really sweet. So yeah, that's the Waylong Mini. It is, like I said, this is a size comparison. I was actually worried when I initially got it because I was worried that it was going to be like this little, mini 3x3 that I had gotten a while back. But as you can see, it's bigger than that. So, because this thing, it doesn't cut corners at all. It's fun to play with just because it's so tiny. It's like a little tiny pocket cube. But it's not good for speed solving. Whereas this thing is a beast for speed solving. And for one-handed, which I will be relearning here soon, I hope. I just learned 3 new algorithms last night, basically just updating old permutation algorithms, PLL algos that I really did not enjoy doing, so I updated them to make that better. Next up is the, let me look at the box here, and is this the box? Yes, it is the Moyu Alsu, or I don't speak Chinese. I'm not even going to pretend to know how to pronounce that. Phil told me that this is the top of the line speed cubing 4x4, and to be honest, I haven't bought a new 4x4 in such a long time. My 4x4 that I was using, if you watch my other video, was a Mefferts 4x4, and this thing is like so loose and uncontrollable. The times are slow. The other thing is the white plastic. I love white plastic cubes, but I hate them for speed cubing. They just don't work. Whereas this thing is obviously black plastic. I don't like the dull color scheme. I would love to change that. I also wish it had a logo instead of just Chinese script that I can't understand. But this thing, you can, oh geez, sorry about that. This thing, as you can see, is just absolutely incredible. You can hear the beauty in it. Like, it turns so smoothly. Once again, I've only done like 2 solves on it, so I mean, it's not broken in at all. I don't even know if these cubes require breaking in. They sure don't feel like it. Let me see if I can set up. It's hard to do it in reverse with the camera there, but I mean, like, corner cutting on a 4x4 is something I've never experienced before. Because, like I said, with my Mefferts, you know, this cube was way better than the Rubik's brand that I was using before, and I also had an Eastsheen before that. The 4x4, it's smaller, it's got black plastic, it cuts corners, everything about it is fast, it's amazing, it's fun, and my time's going to be dropping like crazy. So I'm really looking forward to that. Hopefully be getting some videos up here soon featuring some 4x4 nonsense. Yeah, but I mean, it's fun. It's actually fun to use, whereas this 4x4 felt like a chore. So I'm really looking forward to getting some solves in with that. Finally, I have to feature this speed stack here, or this stack mat timer. I never actually owned one of the 3rd gen. Oh, I just realized I stuck one of those clear plastic things on it. Yeah, the other thing with these cubes, they come with a little clear plastic films on the logo stickers, I guess to preserve the beautiful Chinese writing. I don't know. I never owned a stack mat timer before, so while I was on Phil's site, I was like, oh, well, you know, he sells timers, I might as well get it. And what I came to realize is that this is the Pro version as opposed to the regular 3rd gen timer, which basically means when you're timing, you get 3 decimal places, which is something I've never seen it before. I didn't even know they made anything like this. And really, when I record my times, like if I'm writing down my best time or something like that, I don't even look at that 3rd space because, you know, WCA doesn't deal with it or anything like that. So it's a cool feature to have if you want to get really technical. I guess some of the world's best speed solvers could use a feature like that, but I don't really deal much with it. The other thing is I just got the timer by itself because I wanted to buy it from Phil's shop because of, you know, it being shipped with the same order, and I got 2-day shipping out of the deal, so that was pretty sweet. But I didn't get it with the mat, which is fine because I have this lovely mouse pad to use as a mat. So, I mean, I'll do an example solve. It works just like a regular speed stack thing. I don't even need to example this, but I'm hoping I can get a good solve on film first try with this beautiful new cube. Oh, I should have known that was going to happen. Yeah, 16 seconds off. I mean, pretty much what I've been averaging. A little bit faster than what I've been averaging, but like I said, you get that 3 decimal place deal going on. I'm not even that concerned with that. So yeah, that's the new stuff, the new cubes, the fun timer. I'm looking forward to it. I got to figure out how to actually, you know, work this thing, take it apart. Honestly, I don't think it needs lubing at all. Like, it feels amazing right now. So, I'm probably not going to bother lubing it for now, unless, you know, I really decide I have to. But like I said, this cube will go faster than what I actually can handle. So, that's that. Thanks for watching, and thanks again to Phil and his website for being awesome, and I got new puzzles out of it. So, thanks. Bye.